Hello, this is Moonracer. This is going to be a quick and dirty guide to Angels Fall First, creating loadouts and using the in-game menu during a match. I'm not really an expert at the game, but I've played enough, so hopefully I can get people started that are just bought the game. Um, so this is the TAC map, and you see I have a vehicle available, so I can accept or decline. And here's the vehicle reward queue. It says you gain more points. You have more vehicles available that'll pop up. And if I decline this LAV here, this will actually speed up the chances of getting the next vehicle in line, which is a mech, and I could accept it and still get a mech later on. I'll just get the mech faster. So that's an option. Also, if you accept a vehicle and it is destroyed, it reduces your team score towards winning a match. So there's a tactical advantage and disadvantage to choosing vehicles. Anyways, I'm gonna spawn in and I will press tab to get back into the TAC menu here, TAC map, and press loadout. And here's the loadout screen. So you can choose your factions, infantry, and you can choose the loadouts for vehicles, including spaceships. And you can do this in the main menu. You don't have to be in a match to do this, so you can set all your stuff up. So let's just do infantry right here. When you're starting the game, your default set will be something like this, and your budget is you have scores for command, support, and combat roles. Combat is for killing, support is for healing, dropping supplies, command is for following orders or giving orders as the commander, which I'll cover later. So back to the suit. You can choose the suit here, and there are three. There's a medium, a light suit, and a heavy suit, which each have different amounts of body mods you can place and different stats. And also here's the this screen here. You can see the view. Stats is more useful here. So you can actually compare different suits as well as equipment on what their stats are. So I'll just go with a medium suit. And then you can have head and body attachments that you can modify suits with. So I'm not going to go into what are the pros and cons of the options here. I'm just going to go through where things go. And then your sidearms. I will say, for the most part, you should keep the multi-wrench in because that allows you to heal allies and revive fallen allies. But in other circumstances, you might prefer to have a pistol or a submachine gun in that slot. The primary weapons, you can choose. Typically, there's a sniper rifle, shotgun, and you can also use the sidearm, pistols and submachine guns, assault rifles, and more LMG type weapons. Usually you have a faction weapon that only the faction of your playing has, and a multi-faction choice. And then you can choose the sights. There are underslung attachments, ammo types. Different ammo types have different effects, which you can see in the description on the bottom, as well as attachments that, again, there are descriptions on the bottom of the screen when you choose them. And you can have two primary, secondary, which are pretty much, you can carry one or two depending on how much budget you have. Explosives, You can choose grenades or det packs, and det packs work as both proximity mines or function kind of like C4 in other games. So you can choose what you want to use, and then you have your payload charge types. And this is a nice feature. You can actually have two different charges, or you can stack charges. So explosives can be very diverse on what type you want to use, depending on your situation and your kit. Kit slots are pretty much support role pieces. So medpack and ammo are pretty much the same as Battlefield series. So you can drop and resupply your team with ammo or heal people. Auto sentry turrets, place them down, and you've got a turret which targets enemies. Pretty useful. The shield here is a deployable shield. Oh yeah, and I collect that. That's over budget. So you would have to reorganize to be able to wear that. So I'm just going to leave that empty. So that's the basics for creating suits. Oh yeah. So when you're choosing weapons, you can also see if you see on the side right box here, the comparison for stats. So if you really want to figure out what is best for you, and you can also compare what the difference is when you have the different stacked attachments. Alright, so that's the basics of creating loadouts. I'm going to go back to the TAC map. Legend will show you in the 3D map what the different markers are. Locator, if you want to find a squad or a player. And if I go to match scores and actions, manage squads and voting. If you want to quit the main menu, this is where you go. I'm going to mutiny to become the commander. Now if I go back to the tech map, you see here, these are the unit selection for commander. And I can select one or more squads, and then right-click on an objective, and that gives those squads the order to attack or defend that objective. And that's pretty much the basics. There's definitely more to learn, but that'll get you started. All right, I hope that helped.